I'm not a lawyer, and but I have been in the legal world, if you would, for over 22 years. Unfortunately, consequences of various high-stakes litigations, and having fought in every court from the lowest to the highest in Maharashtra and across the country. So I think I had a pretty good view of what happens. I've seen a lot of things, and then eventually it came down to what is that one thing that we need that can change the system, because our legal system is completely clogged today. You know, final hearing suits, I mean, you never hear of people going through final hearing, and everything is stopped at these notice of motions that we have, which itself take 10, 20 years. You can't blame the judges also. I mean, the reality is that, a judge has 100 cases before him. To actually expect him to read 100 cases of this kind of paperwork and come prepared the next day, I mean, it's not going to be possible. He's also a human being. He has a family. He's got to dedicate his time also, right? So, and then you've got a system where judges change all the time, right? So there is no continuity. The new judge was not there earlier when some counsel was arguing. Counsels change all the time. So the next counsel will come and say, I didn't say that, right? So you've got all these issues. And the problem is, how do you get justice when you've got these fundamental problems, right? So then eventually, it came down to a very simple thing, that the only thing that will work in this country, which will solve all these issues, is transcription. Because the main thing that it does is gives transparency. And it gives a huge amount of transparency, and it binds everybody. All the stakeholders are bound on a daily basis. The litigant, the lawyer, and the judge, right? So everyone is bound in this of what's being discussed and recorded. So now you will have people, all frivolous litigation will disappear, right? Because people are going to be very careful as to what they're going to have to say when each and every word is being transcribed, right? So you can't come tomorrow and say, I didn't say that, right? So, and it opens up doors for, as in Supreme Court rightly said, this disinfect, it'll clean up the whole system, right? Inevitably. It puts a lot of pressure on all, including lawyers, because these dates and these, applications that are made to buy time, right? All that will disappear because, now it comes there in front. You don't even need final hearings probably, I would imagine, because, if your suit is settled right there like they do abroad, there is this tendency of keeping, litigations, your prayers and your motions are the same as your final suit, but that final suit comes up, probably half the litigants are no more. So, you have all these issues which need to be sorted out. So, I think the most important thing has been transcription. I've been wanting to do it for a long time, but I didn't know how to go about it. It was just something that was just too huge. And then, of course, Jamshed and I, have been discussing, we discuss a lot of, I learn a lot of law from all these gentlemen here. And so I told him, I said, this thing's come. I said, Jamshed, this is it. We have to move, because once transcription comes in, you see the change in the system, okay? The whole system will change. I mean, it'll automatically change, and where it's more required than just in civil litigations is in the criminal side. Today, you have, criminals languishing for years because their matters are not being heard, right? And all this would all disappear because, once everything's recorded or videographed, I mean, automatically in Gujarat, in fact, they've started, the High Court is monitoring the lower courts through video, right? So they've already started in Chennai. There have been judges asking for this, right? Delhi, of course, is way ahead of most of the courts in India as far as digital goes. Judges come with iPads. Everyone comes with computers. Paperwork is dropped dramatically. So, it's all shifting in this direction anyway. And I think that, transcription is the only solution. If we want to clean up our system in the sense of the backlog and everything else, I think transcription can do it. And this is why I've been pursuing it, because I saw a whole different side of the judiciary, which I hope the future generations don't have to see. And if this can be something to contribute towards it, I think that's great. So that's why I've been working.